Hi guys, my name is Pravit and I got an AIR 335 rank in Clat and I am currently studying in NLU Jodhpur. I am a 1-year class student of ClatPrep and ClatPrep has helped me achieve what I am. Today I will be sharing some points about my Clat preparation and how you can also improve it so that you can get into a top NLU. First of all, what I would recommend is that you should wake up in the morning at around 6 o'clock or whatever time you feel desirable, but it should not be later than 7 o'clock. And when you wake up at this time, you must take up GK, and if you are preparing, if you have some time, for example, if you are a 1-year student, then you should start with static GK as it is going to help you along the way in grasping the current affairs, because you have to link it to the static and then you have to study. Now, judging from this year's paper, maths was very important because maths helped you increase your score because of its accuracy. I know people will say that this year maths was very easy, but the maths, when you see it as a subject, it has, a person can do a set of questions in 15 minutes, he can do a set of questions in 25 minutes also. The same questions, but if you take up the techniques which are taught to you by our teachers in ClatPrep or any other institute, then you will be able to complete those sections in 15 minutes or even lesser time. So that will help you in increasing your rank first of all and score of course. And those 15 minutes which you invest in maths, you will not feel that I have wasted my time, because if you would have invested the same time in legal section or any other section, you would not have gotten this much of output.
A very valid point to mention, Pravit. And I would like to ask that what are the things that you took as important to be consistent throughout the year? What are the things that you have to focus on consistently which need time to improve?
First of all, the main important thing is that RC is a very big part of Clat. So if you are an 11th class student or a 12th class student, or even if you are a dropper, I would suggest that doing an RC, whether it is English RC or a critical reasoning RC, whatever. At least 2 to 3 RCs a day you have to keep with yourself in the schedule, so that you are able to get into a habit of reading fast and reading and comprehending whatever is written in the passage. Judging from this year's paper, RC was very important and reading speed was also very important, because we had one page long questions which were not very hard, but the reading speed and the fast comprehension was needed for you to score in those questions. That is the main thing I would say, that RC is the most important thing. Second, what I would say is that current affairs, I would recommend that you take up some monthly magazine of any of the UPSC institutions like Drishti IS, and following ClatPrep compendiums are also very, very important. See, ClatPrep compendiums go into a lot of detail with important stuff which is relevant and more relevant than other sources when you come to the ClatPrep paper. And it also helps to excel in A-led GK section, because it goes into a lot of detail and you are able to score in those one-liners if you take up Clat compendiums.
As per your image, you were very good in vocabulary as well. So what are the things that you have done to improve your vocabulary in the last 1 year?
In the last 1 year, what I have done is that I have taken up whatever the material you get from ClatPrep. Of course, you have to take that up, because it is all according to the Clat paper. It is not according to any other exam, it's according to Clat, so that is very helpful first of all, because all other papers cannot be compared when they are judging vocabulary. Second thing I would say, that Word Power by Norman, that is a very good book. So if you use it, and if you use it in the correct way, and you should not read it for the whole year. You should only take about 4 to 5 months to complete that book. Do not do it in a hurry. But if you do it in the correct time, in the correct spectrum of time, in the correct way, then you can easily improve your vocabulary. A-Let, of course, you will still have to work harder, because A-Let has a lot of difficult vocabulary, but Clat, I'm sure you will get 100% marks in the vocabulary section if I talk about that.
Okay, coming to the next question. According to you, what is the importance of mocks and its analysis throughout your journey of preparation?
Mocks, I would say, are the most important component of your preparation, because if you do not do mocks, you will not be able to compete in the Clat. Because if you look at it in a way, every institute, whatever the case, even ClatPrep or any other institute, will always give you mocks which have a varied syllabus. For not syllabus, basically the composition of questions will be varied. So if you give only one mock or 10 mocks, then it will not help. You will have to take in consideration all types of questions for you to have a good score in Clat. And even legal section, for me, I think mocks are very important for excelling in the legal section, because the pattern at this very point is very uncertain. Only 2 papers have been taken in the new pattern, and that's why even Clat consortium will not be very clear of what they'll be going to ask in the next paper. So I think doing a lot of varied types of questions is the most important step which you should take, and that will be only possible with a lot of mocks throughout the year. And you should set targets, weekly targets, not daily, of course. Daily doing a mock does not make any sense, but weekly targets, 1 or 2 mocks in a week. I think that should be the most essential part of your preparation.
And one more very important question that most of the students have in their mind: how do you manage boards and this preparation parallelly?
See, talking about boards and Clat, first of all, this year CBSE has changed the pattern a bit. You will be having 2 papers. First one will be of some MCQ sort, and that will be in the first semester in the half-yearly paper. And second, you will have the, of course, final vote. Again, whatever the weightage, whatever the marks, whatever the case. But you should keep in mind that percentage in boards or in ICSE. I know it is good that you score well in your boards, but your next 45 years of your life, your college, everything will be decided by Clat. I'm not saying that disregard your CBSE boards or ICSE boards, but you have to take a major chunk of time for Clat, because that is going to decide your career, your life, your everything. And for me, according to me, if you get good marks in CBSE, well and good. But if you are able to score higher in Clat, and maybe you get a percentage of not 90 plus, maybe 85 plus, 80 plus, 70 plus, whatever the case. If you get a good marks in Clat, then it does not matter if you get any percentage in CBSE or not. So that's why what according to me is that, of course, you will devote much of your time to ClatPrep or ALET, but you can maybe take out 1 or 2 hours from your day for CBSE or boards, and you can give your time accordingly. Of course, homework will be there in 11th and 12th as well. You have to take that into mind, but I think most of your time should be given to Clat. Of course, if you have boards in a month or so, then you can change your time allocations. But I think the daily tasks which you do, like vocabulary and your GK stuff and RCs, I think you should maintain it even in the time of boards and test papers.
Okay. Thank you, Pravit. Thanks a lot for your inputs. We wish you all the best for your career and for the future endeavors. Thanks a lot.